In professional boxing, controversy is an ever-present force that fuels discussions, debates, and, at times, outright outrage. From disputed scorecards to questionable stoppages, the sport has long been entangled in controversies surrounding officiating decisions. Among the most contentious topics is the issue of referee judgment calls, particularly those that directly impact the course of a fight. One of the most debated moments in the sport's recent history stems from a high-profile bout in which a crucial decision, or rather a lack thereof, changed the dynamic of the fight entirely. A moment that should have been ruled a knockdown was overlooked by the referee, sparking immediate backlash and an intense examination of the decision's implications. This particular bout, anticipated for months, featured two highly skilled fighters at the peak of their careers. Fighter A, renowned for his precision, technique, and formidable punching power, was up against Fighter B, a resilient and skilled competitor known for his ability to absorb punishment and retaliate with calculated counters. The clash promised excitement, and it delivered in ways that fans and analysts did not expect. In one of the most pivotal moments of the fight, Fighter A landed a clean and decisive punch that visibly rocked Fighter B. The impact of the blow forced him backward, and as he struggled to stay upright, he leaned heavily against the ropes, using them as a crutch to prevent himself from collapsing to the canvas. According to the established rules of professional boxing, this sequence of events met the criteria for a knockdown. When a fighter is held up by the ropes as a result of a legal blow, it constitutes a knockdown, warranting a mandatory count from the referee. However, in this case, the referee saw things differently and allowed the fight to continue uninterrupted, a decision that immediately raised eyebrows and led to widespread scrutiny. The consequences of this oversight were profound. Had the referee ruled the sequence as a knockdown, Fighter B would have been subjected to a mandatory 10 count, forcing him to prove his ability to continue before the bout resumed. This not only would have given Fighter A strategic advantage but also would have affected the official scoring of the round. In professional boxing, a knockdown typically results in a 10-8 round in favor of the fighter who delivered the knockdown, shifting the overall trajectory of the contest. Instead, Fighter B was given the opportunity to recover without penalty, regaining his footing and composure without the added pressure of a count. This decision not only altered the immediate momentum of the fight but may have also influenced the final outcome, leading many to question the reliability of officiating at the highest levels of the sport. In the aftermath of the fight, boxing analysts and fans dissected the moment in meticulous detail. Slow-motion replays captured from multiple angles clearly showed that Fighter B was being held up by the ropes, reinforcing the argument that a knockdown should have been called. The discourse quickly expanded beyond this singular event, igniting a broader discussion about the consistency of refereeing in boxing. Former champions, trainers, and seasoned commentators weighed in on the matter, offering their perspectives on what they viewed as a critical error in officiating. Some argued that this was yet another example of the subjective nature of referee decisions in boxing, while others saw it as a glaring mistake that demanded accountability and potential changes to the sport's officiating protocols. Referees in boxing bear a tremendous responsibility, required to make split-second decisions under intense pressure. Their primary duties include ensuring fighter safety, enforcing the rules, and maintaining fairness in competition. However, given the speed and intensity of boxing, errors are inevitable. Unlike other major sports, boxing does not currently implement an official replay review system to assist referees in making crucial calls. While human error is an accepted aspect of sports, the stakes in boxing are uniquely high, as a single misjudgment can change the outcome of a fight, impact a fighter's career trajectory, and even affect championship standings. In light of this controversy, a growing faction within the boxing community has advocated for the introduction of video replay technology. Many argue that boxing should follow in the footsteps of other major sports leagues, such as football, basketball, and even mixed martial arts, where instant replay has become a valuable tool for ensuring accuracy in officiating. By allowing referees to review critical moments such as potential knockdowns, accidental fouls, or other pivotal situations, boxing could reduce the frequency of controversial decisions and uphold a greater sense of fairness. The introduction of replay technology could provide referees with a secondary layer of verification, helping to correct mistakes that could otherwise go unaddressed in the heat of the moment. Despite the growing calls for replay implementation, the proposal is not without its detractors. Traditionalists and purists of the sport argue that part of boxing's essence lies in the human element of officiating. They contend that referees' decisions, right or wrong, add to the drama, unpredictability, and raw intensity that define boxing. Additionally, there are concerns about how replay reviews might disrupt the flow of a fight. Unlike sports with natural stoppages, boxing is a continuous and rhythm-dependent competition. Frequent interruptions for video reviews could alter the pacing of fights, diminishing the spectacle and potentially affecting fighters' performance. Some also argue that replay reviews could undermine the authority of referees, leading to situations where their judgment is constantly second-guessed and debated, potentially eroding their ability to maintain control over bouts. Beyond the immediate debate on replay technology, the incident has sparked broader concerns about the overall consistency of officiating in professional boxing. Fighters train for years, dedicating their lives to their craft, and they deserve officiating that ensures fairness and accuracy. When critical errors occur, whether due to a referee's inexperience, an obstructed line of sight, or simple misjudgment, it can have lasting repercussions on fighters' careers. Some argue that more rigorous training and education for referees could help mitigate such issues, ensuring that officials are better prepared to handle high-pressure situations with confidence and precision. Additionally, some suggest that governing bodies should establish clearer guidelines for referees regarding knockdown rulings and other contentious calls to reduce subjectivity in decision-making. Boxing's history is filled with controversial officiating decisions that have led to significant repercussions, including formal protests, appeals to athletic commissions, and even ordered rematches. While some officiating controversies fade with time, others remain as infamous moments that fuel discussions for decades. Whether this particular incident will lead to tangible reforms remains to be seen, but the level of attention it has garnered suggests that the issue will not be forgotten anytime soon. If nothing else, it serves as a reminder of the critical role that referees play in shaping the sport and the necessity of maintaining a high standard of officiating. Despite the controversy, both fighters have handled the situation with professionalism in their public statements. Fighter A's camp has been vocal in expressing their disappointment, asserting that their fighter was denied a rightful advantage that could have influenced the fight's outcome. They have hinted at potentially filing an official complaint with the relevant boxing commission, seeking further review of the incident. On the other hand, Fighter B's team has downplayed the controversy, maintaining that the referee's decision is final and that their fighter's overall performance demonstrated his superiority. The contrasting reactions from both camps further highlight the subjective nature of officiating debates in boxing. For boxing fans, this incident is yet another chapter in the sport's long history of contentious officiating moments. While these controversies often provoke frustration and heated debates, they also contribute to the enduring intrigue and passion that make boxing so captivating. However, when officiating errors are particularly egregious, especially in fights with championship implications, they demand attention and consideration for reform. The sport must continually evolve to address these challenges while preserving the fundamental aspects that make it unique. As discussions surrounding this missed knockdown continue, it remains to be seen whether boxing's governing bodies will take any substantive action to address officiating inconsistencies. Whether through the implementation of replay technology, enhanced referee training programs, or stricter oversight from commissions, there are multiple avenues through which improvements could be made. At its core, the goal should be to ensure that the sport's defining moments are shaped by the skill, determination, and heart of the fighters rather than by questionable officiating decisions. Ultimately, controversy is an unavoidable aspect of professional boxing, but the manner in which the sport responds to these issues defines its integrity. Fighters put their bodies and careers on the line every time they step into the ring, and they deserve an officiating system that upholds fairness, accuracy, and consistency. Whether this incident serves as a catalyst for change or merely another disputed moment in boxing history, it underscores the ever-present need for vigilance and improvement in the sport's officiating standards.